these are the mounts that I'm going to be using. So what I've done is I've cut these tubes, and then I'm going to use their M16 bolts, and I've welded them nuts to the washers. Now they're still a bit hot. I'll try and show you how they're going to go. So I'm going to use the original bed mounts on the truck, and they're going to weld that way in, and they'll drop in like that. TIG weld up, and then once I've buffed them up and what have you, they'll be like a captive. And then they're going to screw onto the original mounts, which I'll show you when I get this done. And then we'll run our main cross members from them. Since the last bit of filming I did, I've sort of changed my mind on a few things, so I'll talk you through them as we get along. Right guys, little update. So I've got them stanchions in, and they're bolted in from the bottom on the original mounts. There's another one to go there. That's the first sort of section. The body's actually going to be wider than that front cross member, but I've taken 50mm off because I'm going to run a piece of box up there that'll make the bulkhead, and I wanted to allow for that width. Otherwise, if I'd have gone full width for the body, added that 50mm end on, I'd have been 100mm too wide overall. So there's another piece going on the back here. That's what them little tabs are, just to hold it, because I'm only on my own. But we're cracking on. We're going to get cracked on. So there we go. Right, just another update. I've got majority of the body base sort of together now. I've got some cross members across. I've got it welded. Now I've put this plate on. I'll just show you what's under that. There's just them squares there like that. This plate is, I think it's 15mm thick. It's way overkill, I appreciate, but my plan with that is there's going to be, the lockers will start from there forward, so this will be like a step, but it'll also act as a workbench, and I wanted it to be beefed up so I can mount a vise or a pipe vise, and you know, maybe put some length of steel across and that, and or a ram or whatever I'm working on the time. It's strong and I can clamp stuff to it and what have you. So that's going to be like the workbench. Then the lights will drop down. I've removed the tow bar. The lights will drop down there, and then the tow bar will go back on. There's going to be a drawer that comes out the centre as well. But that's where we've got to. It's absolutely red hot. I'm struggling. This is not normal for Northern England. But there we go. Well, here we are. It's about 3:30 now, and I am absolutely burnt out, so I'm going to call it a day. But this is where I've got to. So as you can see, the main shape of the body's coming on. I've got that plate welded on. I've just tacked it on, and you know, just to make sure I'm happy with it. That's going to be like the main bulk. There's going to be 2 locker doors there. Same on the other side, and then there'll be a tall skinny locker that will go in that gap on both sides, and then there'll be a bit of a garage, but not too much. Yeah, that's the main sort of frame. I'm quite happy with it so far. I've got it quite square, which I was surprised at, because I've sort of made it up as I'm going along really, but I've made it up on the chassis. And it's a bit hard when you're on your own to hold steel up and get it square, and I don't have any of them Fireball tool squares, so I've sort of struggled a bit really, but I have got it nice and square and measuring from corner to corner, and it's within farm spec, shall we say. It's within a couple of mils, so I'm happy with that. So then the whole thing will get skinned in I don't know if it'll get skinned in aluminium or mild steel. I don't know yet. I've got some mild steel, but we'll see. Because I am doing it to a bit of a budget. I don't have an endless pot of money, so the plan is to get this dent done, and I've got some nice lights to go across the front, like the Americans put on the Peterbilts. Got some nice lights for the back. I might put some perimeter lights up and around the back. I don't know yet. We'll make it look cool. Right, so I've started this morning, and I've put these little cross members in. Last night when I showed you what I'd done, I hadn't put that cross member in. Now, there's only about 2 inches of clearance there from the tyre, and obviously with the weight of the body and everything, I don't have enough tyre clearance there. However, I am going to put airbags on it, and I'm thinking of putting a lift kit. I was looking last night. Unfortunately, everything seems to be in America or Australia, but I can get a few bits for it in this country. So I'm thinking of putting a 2-inch lift kit on, along with bags, and then I might just put a plate in that box, you know, and just relief that box to make a nice wheel arch. There will be a panel that drops round there to complete that bottom corner, and the same there to meet up to the locker. So there'll be an infill panel. There will be a wheel arch as such. I don't think I'm not doing any aggressive off-roading with it, so I don't think I'm going to need massive amounts of ground clearance. I mean, it's probably got a good 16 inches already. It sits quite well, especially on them new Falcon Wild Peaks. They're an unbelievable tyre. I'm chuffed with them. So I'm just going to put the cross member on the other side. I have put that long piece in there. I'm sort of making it up as I go along. I'm thinking 10 steps ahead of time, really. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If I'll probably upload this first video, and then when we come, I'll have to go to my dad's to skin it and to fold up some drawers and because there'll be some toolbox drawers to go in the lockers eventually. The bending gear that we've got is all up there, so I'll take you along with me to that. So let me know what you think. I'm probably going to end this video here. Might do a bit of a time lapse and yeah, we'll end it here. So I just wanted to show you where I've got up to and what lights I'm going to be fitting. I've just finished this back bumper here. That's the sort of shape I was after. And then obviously the tow bar will go back on as well. In the middle of there it will be a drawer that comes out. The runners I have, I think they're 1.2 metres, so it's going to be quite a big drawer, and they fully extend. Which I think will be quite useful. So the lights I have, I've made it so that the lights can go in with a 4-inch reverse light there. But they're the lights I've got, LED, and then I think there's a big enough gap there to get like a 4-inch square reverse lamp, stroke work lamp, which I think will look quite good. So that's both sides. And I just wanted to show you as well that the hinges I've gone for the body. So I've gone for like this stainless steel coach style hinge. I think they'll look quite well for the locker doors. And then I've also got like these stainless steel style slam lockable. I'm not sure what they'll be like, but they seem fairly good. They were only cheap, so we'll see. But yeah, they are what they are, so they'll go on each locker door. The other thing I was thinking as well was, I did mention that I was putting like split barn door there, and that'll be where my tools live. But this side, I was going to do the same, but actually I'm thinking splitting it, so having a top locker, like a long thin one at the top that'll open up, can keep some straps in, some long bars, and then having two smaller doors, one larger than the other, because I do have a Dometic style fridge that I want to slide out, because I do also want to use this truck as a bit of an overlander roof tent camping scenario, but double up as a bit of a works vehicle as well. I can just throw the camping gear out, throw some tools and spanners in, and it's a bit dual purpose. So I've got I bought 2 sets of the sliders, so I'm going to have another drawer out of this door, slide out, and I was thinking fridge stroke kitchenette when I'm using it as a camper. And the fridge dimensions are roughly the same as a 20-litre drum of oil, so I will actually be able to, when I'm spannering with it, stack the drums of oil on there, and they'll slide out nice and easy. Yeah, I think, to let me know what you think, I think that's probably going to be the best way to go with it. I've just looked again at the lift kit, and I definitely think that's the way to go. If anybody knows of any good brands I should be using, I've been looking at the is it man from Emu or something like that. I probably got that totally wrong, but yeah, they're the ones I've been looking at. It's about 1,100 quid for the operated rear springs, 2-inch lift, new shocks. Yeah, and I will be putting some new headlights on it as well, because they're not the best. Not the best.